Welcome to the ASCO Update 2015 here in Zurich. Now we are going to discuss the practice-changing studies in lung cancer. Next to me sits Dr. Martin Früh from the Kantonsspital in St. Gallen. Martin, which practice-changing studies were presented in advanced lung cancer?
There were two phase 3 studies in second-line non-small cell lung cancer which looked at the effect of anti-PD-1 antibody called nivolumab and compared it to the standard chemotherapy with docetaxel. And the two studies were pretty similar. They were called Checkmate 017 and 057. One was performed in squamous cell non-small cell lung cancer only, and the other one in the non-squamous cell lung cancer group. And the results were similar as far as the primary endpoint, which was overall survival, was concerned. However, there were some differences in the secondary endpoints which were observed. In the first study, the 017 study with the squamous cell lung cancers, one saw a clear 3-month overall survival benefit and also a progression-free survival and the overall response rate benefit with the nivolumab, which clearly is now a new standard. Interestingly, the benefit was across all subgroups, irrespective of the PD-L1 staining. And in the other study, the 57 study, one did not see a progression-free survival benefit, but we saw the same overall survival benefit of a little bit more than 3 months, and also there were higher response rates in the nivolumab group. Unlike in the other study, in this study, and actually similar to all other studies we have seen at ASCO and also previously, the endpoint result was actually dependent on the PD-L1 status. So in squamous cell non-small cell lung cancer, clearly there is a new standard with the nivolumab, which is better than the docetaxel, also as far as the side effects are concerned. In the non-squamous group, there might be some groups that rather be treated with chemotherapy plus or minus another compound like nintedanib or ramucirumab, because the curves, the PFS curves and also the overall survival curves, they have actually crossed. So this indicates that there might be a subgroup which is not preferably, be treated with immunotherapy. However, to this point and from this study, we cannot definitively say which patient should get chemotherapy first.
Is this predictive marker PD-L1 really useful?
The problem at this point, it should not routinely be done, primarily because the test is not available in a standardized manner across the different institutions, and there are other antibodies and different tests, and then to date one cannot exclude someone from immunotherapy based on a negative test, because there are certainly patients who also benefit despite being PD-L1 negative, although it's particularly in the non-squamous group to a lesser extent. So there need to be, number one, a validated test, number two, more studies, and possibly the PD-L1 testing will not be the only test that will be used in the future.
Okay. Now there was another study in advanced pleural mesothelioma. What was the study about and what was found?
Yes, we have waited for a long while until finally a phase 3 study is actually positive. The standard therapy for patients with mesothelioma that are not considered for local treatment has been for quite a while, cisplatin and pemetrexate, and now we have a randomized phase 3 study performed by the French group, which showed a 2-month survival benefit if you add to this chemotherapy bevacizumab followed by maintenance bevacizumab. So I think with the expected toxicity profile, so I think this has to become a new standard therapy based on this phase 3 trial in a very rare disease where it's really hard to get phase 3 data.
So all patients get bevacizumab in addition?
I would discuss, as I said, there are certain side effects like hypertension, proteinuria, and thromboembolic events that may occur, but I'll look at this as a new treatment and a preferred treatment option.
In this trial, they gave a bevacizumab maintenance treatment after chemotherapy. Do you think that's really necessary?
Well, this is a hard question to answer. Actually, from this study, one cannot answer this question. It's a similar case also in non-small cell lung cancer, where you usually continue the bevacizumab, although we don't know whether this really is necessary. But as the study has been designed like that, one would preferably consider in the absence of any toxicity to continue as they have done it in the study, yes.
Okay. Martin, thank you very much for this really nice presentation of all the practice-changing studies.
Thank you.